So now the question is, how many coins do we buy? So position sizing. Now this is actually a pretty simple step because we've already decided on our asset allocation. So it's a three-step process. First, you have to know how much money am I investing overall in my whole portfolio. Then step two is split that amount of money across your asset allocation and coins in the appropriate percentages that you've already decided on. And then step three, divide the amount that you're going to invest in each coin by the price of that coin. So let's just do an example so it makes a bit of sense. So let's say you want to invest, I don't know, let's say $10,000, and it could be 1,000, it could be 100. It doesn't matter how much you're investing, right? Start with the smallest amount that you want. But for simplicity, let's say step one here, you decide that you're investing 10,000. Perfect. Now, what you're going to do is split that across your asset allocation. So remember, you've already decided on your asset allocation. Let's say, for example, you've decided that your asset allocation is going to be 40% in Bitcoin and 60% altcoins. So if you're deciding between 60% altcoins, then obviously you're going to have to split that across several altcoins. Don't just buy one of them. Now, I always recommend having around 10 altcoins. That way you really diversify. And if one of them is really not good, well, you don't feel it as much. But, you know, if you have less, you have less. A lot of people, you know, really like a few coins and they really want to buy more of those coins. So you could do that. But for simplicity, let's say you're splitting between 3 coins, just for this example. Let's say you're putting in 20%, put the percentage here, in, let's say, Ethereum, and then 20% in IOTA, and I don't know, 20% in VeChain. Well, that's pretty simple. Then all you would have to do in step 2 is basically say, okay, well, I want to put $10,000. I want to take 40% of $10,000 and put it in Bitcoin. So basically, I'm gonna put $4,000 in Bitcoin, right? 10,000 times 40%. I'm gonna put $10,000 times 20%, so $2,000 in Ethereum, and then $2,000 in IOTA and $2,000 in VeChain, which gives me my 10,000. Now, not everybody's gonna have their asset allocation like this. Some people might, you might really like IOTA compared to Ethereum and VeChain. Like you have that special coin that you really believe in and whatnot. So maybe you want to overweight that position a bit, and that's normal. So maybe in your asset allocation, you would have decided that this one has 30% and Ethereum has 15 and VeChain has 15. So then you have 15% of VeChain, 15% of Ethereum for 30%, then 30% of IOTA, which gives you your total 60% in all your altcoins. You can do that. So oftentimes you're gonna have somebody who has like 10 coins, altcoins, and he has 5% in this one, 5% in this one, 5% in this one, and one of them he has like 10 because he really likes. So you could do that. And if that is what you had done in your asset allocation, then when you calculate this, it's very simple. Then you have $4,000 in Bitcoin, but then 10,000 times 15%, so $1,500 in Ethereum, then $3,000 in IOTA, and then $1,500 in VeChain. Now you know how much money you want to put into each of those coins, okay? But that doesn't tell you how much coins you have to buy. So then all you have to do is take the amount of money you want to buy, and that would be step 3 here. You take the amount of money you want to buy divided by the price of that product. So let's say Bitcoin is trading, for example, at 6,500, okay? So I would do 4,000. Well, actually, so whenever you're doing this calculation, you don't just assume the price, you have to go check it. So let's actually go check it, okay? So you would have to go on the exchange that you're going to buy it. Right. You're going to have to go on the exchange that you're going to buy it at. So here you're going on Binance because we're going to buy it on Binance. Don't go check on CoinMarketCap because CoinMarketCap is going to be basically a consolidation of all the exchanges, the price of all of them averaged in. But if you're buying on one exchange, use that exchange's price. So here, Bitcoin is trading right now, if you buy it at the ask, at 6,460. So if we wanted to buy 4,000 of it, $4,000 worth, and each one is costing 6,460, we'll do 4,000 divided by that price. And I know I can buy 0.619195. And you know, Binance permits me to put up to six decimals for Bitcoin. So I'll keep 6 decimals and I'll note that price. So this is how much I want to buy. I'll buy 0.6191. So BTC. So for BTC, sorry, BTC, we're gonna buy 0.6191. Keep a few more decimal places when you're doing it, but yeah. So I'll put that on. Then Ethereum, I would have to go. Well, okay. Well, Ethereum. How much is Ethereum trading at? I'll go here. I'll check Ethereum on USDT. How much it's costing in US dollars? Ethereum, and I can buy one for $218.59. And I want to buy for how much? $1,500. So all I have to do is 1,500 divided by 218.59. And here we go. I can buy 6.86 Ethereum. Okay. So put this back on here. So you put Ethereum. And then you put your 6.86, right? 6.86. And then you do the same thing for IOTA and VeChain, and then you have your quantities, right? After you do that calculation, all you would have to do is go on the exchange and buy them. So let's actually do that in the next lecture.